everyone, and welcome to this 8th edition Warhammer 40k competitive style battle report. I am Brady, and this is my buddy Ryan.
Hello.
And today we're going to be playing a game of Grey Knights versus Thousand Suns. So let's get into the armies. So this is my 1500 points of Grey Knights. We have, for the HQs, we have 2 Nemesis Grandmaster Dread Knights, both equipped the same way with the heavy incinerator and the heavy psi cannon, and both of them with the swords. They both have the teleport things too, the 10-point upgrade to allow them to deep strike. We then have 3 units of 5 strike squads. 2 of them have an incinerator in them, and then everything is what you see is what you get. So the swords are swords, halberds are halberds, and whatnot. Then we have a unit of 5 Terminators. All again, what you see is what you get. And then a Land Raider Crusader. With the multi-melta is included, I did pay for it. And that's going to equal 1500 points of Grey Knights. And this is 1500 points of Thousand Suns. So Ryan, what do we got here? What are we working with?
Alright, so first we've got a Thousand Suns Battalion detachment with Ahriman, who knows Death Hex, Prescience, and Weaver of Fates. An Exalted Sorcerer with Diabolic Strength and Warp Time. And a Force Stave Infernal Bolt Pistol. And we got 12 cultists, a mix of close combat weapons and autoguns. And we got 10 Zangors with Zangor blades, and 1 instrument, and 1 icon of flame. And we've got 10 Rubric Marines with 2 Warp Flamers, 1 Soul Reaper cannon, and the Expiring Sorcerer. And we've got 2 Hellbrutes with twin las cannons and missile launchers, and then we got a Tzeentch Demon Supreme Command Detachment, and that has a Lord of Change, who knows Bolt of Change, Boon of Change, and Infernal Gateway.
Okay. And
he has the Rod of Sorcery. He's also my Warlord, and he's going to have the Impossible Robe Relic.
But he's not wearing a robe. I'm just kidding.
It's invisible.
No, I know.
And then he's got the Tyrant of the Warlord trait. And we got a Demon of Tzeentch with claws. He knows Treason of Tzeentch. And then we've got a Change Caster. And he will have the Ritual Dagger, the Staff of Change, and he knows Gaze of Fate and Treason of Tzeentch.
So that is 1500 points of Thousand Suns. So the deployment is finished. We ended up rolling off for it, and Ryan won the deployment. So we are on the, I think it's called Secure and Control objectives, where it's one corner against the other corner with a 9-inch bubble in the middle, or 18-inch bubble in the middle, I guess you could say. And yeah, so here's the Grey Knights deployment. The Grey Knights deployment is this strike squad hiding behind a Land Raider, and the Land Raider has the 5 Terminators, and a squad of 5 strike squads in there. That's so hard to say. A squad of 5 strike squads. So yeah, we're gonna count that Land Raider as counting as 3 units on the board, since it has 2 units inside of it, and I don't think I've ever seen an FAQ or anyone mention this, whether or not the units inside the Land Raider actually count towards the amount of units on the board. But we're gonna play with it as they do. So Ryan's okay with it, I'm okay with it. If you guys know the difference, or if there's actually an FAQ somewhere and I just missed it and they don't count, then please let me know down in the comments. But we're going to play with it as I think it's supposed to be played, which is where you'll count the guys that are inside the Land Raider, because they are on the board. They're on the board inside the Land Raider. So that's my deployment. Everything else, the 2 Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knights are in Deep Strike, and a Strike Squad with a Flamer is in Deep Strike, and the other Strike Squad with the Flamer and the Terminators are inside the Land Raider. And here's the Thousand Suns and Tzeentch Demons deployment. We have the Lord of Change up front. We have a little bit of a cultist screen that I'm assuming is just going to try to run over to that objective over there. We got a couple of characters around. We got the Rubrics trying to get cover up in the ruins. We have the Hellbrute hiding behind the ruins, and like normal, we're playing with normal ITC rules where you can't see through windows and doors of the bottom level of the ruins. Got another Hellbrute over there hiding. And that's it. Also, me and Ryan talked about it, and we're not going to play with the rule they did with at the LVO, which is where every consecutive smite gets a -1 to it. So the first smite is 5, the next one's 6, and so on. That was only a beta rule being tested, and they never did say if we're actually going to keep it or if they're going to implement it into the real rules. So for now, we're just going to play with the rules as written, which is just the regular smites and everything the way they work. And I almost forgot, the Demon Prince, the Zangors, and one of the characters all went into Deep Strike using stratagems. So Ryan spent 4 of his 7 command points right off the bat. So he should be at 3 command points now to my 6 because I have a battalion and I didn't spend anything. Also, to let you guys know, because I didn't really mention, my Warlord is going to have Sanctuary. All of the strike squads are going to have Gate of Infinity. The Terminators are going to have Hammerhand. And the other Dread Knight that's not the Warlord is going to have Vortex of Doom. So now let's roll off. Me and Ryan, let's see. I get a +1, I'm going first.
I will try to seize.
Nope. So it looks like Grey Knights, turn 1. So this is the end of the movement phase for the Grey Knights. I deep struck in the unit of Strike Squad right here to try to light up those Rubric Marines. The Warlord is going to be this guy, the guy without the helmet. At the beginning of my turn, I paid 2 command points to give him a +1 invul, so he's now at a 3-up invul. Then the other Nemesis Grandmaster comes in right beside him. The Land Raider slid over a tiny bit to allow the Strike Squad to get up onto the objective, and that's it for my movement. So let's now go into the Grey Knights Psychic phase. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is that Strike Squad over there is going to cast Gate of Infinity on the Land Raider. So it's a Warp Charge 6, but my chapter tactic for Grey Knights is +1 to their psychic spells, so I need a 5. The first spell of the day I perils. Because I know Ryan has access to a Chaos Demon stratagem, whenever I perils, he can force me to take 2d3 mortal wounds instead of just d3. So in order to avoid this, because I really need this to happen, I'm going to re-roll this 1 dice because I don't want that squad to die. So I spent a command point and still rolled a 6. Okay, so I guess you're going to spend 1 command point?
Yes, sir.
So I take 2d3 on that squad, and I can't re-roll this either because I used a command point. Okay, so the squad lives at least. So I take 4. Alright, so that it's just the sergeant left after they basically smited themselves to death because of the Chaos stratagem. So the spell does still go off though, so now I get to deep strike that Land Raider up to 9 inches away from any enemies. So I'll be back after I do that. And with Gate of Infinity, the Land Raider appears right there behind the Strike Squad, ready to shoot at the Rubric Marines. We're going to have one of the Grandmasters, the one that is not the Warlord. He's going to attempt to do Vortex of Doom, and it's going to go on the closest model, which we measured. The Cultist and that Lord of Change are both equal distance, so I'm going to do it on Lord of Change. And I'm going to activate the stratagem Psychic Channeling, which means I roll 3 dice and I pick the highest. So this is Vortex of Doom. I need a 8 to get it off, but technically a 7 because of my chapter tactic. So it goes off on exactly a 7 because I get the +1. Would you like to try to deny?
Yes, I will deny with my Lord of Change. He gets a +2.
To try to deny?
Yep.
Well, that's great.
So I need something. That'll do it.
Yep, that'll do it, donkey. That'll do. And then that same Grandmaster is going to try to smite your Lord of Change. It goes off on a 6.
Armon.
Okay.
So he gets a +1.
7, so you got an 8. So that's denied. Moving on to my Warlord. Or no, let's move on to the Strike Squad. Strike Squad is going to cast Smite on those guys. And I perils again. So there's nothing I can do about this. I'm going to take my mortal wounds first. So I take 2. Okay, Armon is going to attempt to deny.
So I need an 11.
Okay.
Close.
No. And then just 1 mortal wound on those guys. Because it's tiny smite. This unit is down to 3 guys, which is unfortunate. I shouldn't have even, now that I think about it, I shouldn't have even done the smite because I could have just used those bolters way more. But oh well, live and you learn, right? Alright, then we're going to move on to the Warlord. So how many things do you have left that can deny?
Armon can deny
1 more?
1 more. He can deny 1 more. rubrics can deny 1, I believe.
Yep. Well, not the rubrics, but the sorcerer in the
Yeah,
rubrics can.
And then this guy can deny 1.
Okay. So we're gonna try to smite your greater demon again. Goes off on an 8.
I will try to deny with Armon, so I need a 7.
Okay. No, it won't because you only get a +2, right?
+1.
Okay, so no, I rolled an 8, right?
Okay, so
Yeah, I still got it off. So you take 3 mortal wounds on your Lord of Change.
I'm gonna re-roll this one.
With a command point?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Okay, you take 3 mortal wounds on your Lord of Change. So that brings the Lord of Change down to 13 wounds. We're then going to cast the +1 invul on the guy that doesn't have the +1 invul already. And it goes off with an 8.
Is that your last psychic power?
That is my last psychic power.
I shall deny with this guy then.
Okay, Lord of Change is going to try to deny.
+2.
And it doesn't look like he denies.
No.
So both of my Grandmasters now have a 3-up invulnerable save. Moving into shooting. We're going to start with the Land Raider Crusader. He's going to shoot his Multi-Melta into Big Bird. And everything else is going to go into the rubrics. So Multi-Melta first. I hit you on a 3. Hits. I wound you on a 3. Does not wound. So now we have the Hurricane Bolters shooting into the rubrics. So I hit on 3s and I reroll 1s because of the Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knights. So it looks like I only missed 3. Alright, and then I wound on 4s. Got those ones and then these ones. 1, 2. You have 13 2-up saves, good sir.
These ones.
Okay.
2 up. Here we go.
You lose 2.
Alright.
And now we have the Assault Cannon hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And then wounding on 3s. So it looks like you got 5 at -1. Actually, technically, this guy is part of the unit, right?
Yeah.
He's not in cover. So you would have a 2-up from your regular rules, but then it goes back to a 3 because of the -1. So you have 5 3-ups.
Only 1.
So 1 more dice. So I'm going to shoot the Flamer. Flamer going into that guy, just in range, because it's not a Flamer, it's an Incinerator. It has 12-inch range. So I got 2 hits. Wound on 3s. Nothing. Beautiful. 2 Storm Bolters from that same squad going into the rubrics. Rerolling 1s. Then wounding on 4s. You got 2 wounds. So 2 2-ups. Very good. So the Warlord is going to do his Flamer into the rubrics. And he's going to do his Heavy Psy Cannon into Big Bird. The Heavy Incinerator going on the Rubric Marines gets 2 shots. Wounds on 3s. Got 1 wound at -1. And it's 2 damage, so you just get your 3-up save. Or actually, you're not in cover because of that 1 guy, so you got a 4-up save.
I'm going to take it on one of these guys.
Okay, but it's still a 4-up save. Because you have a guy that's not in so it forces you to still take a shitty save. So you're good. So Heavy Psy Cannon. Hitting on 3s because I moved, but re-rolling 1s. Doesn't matter. Then it's Strength 7 against your Toughness 7.
Yeah.
So on 4s. I got 1 wound.
3-up and vulnerable.
Failed.
What's the damage?
Flat 2. It's a flat 2. Okay. So you're good. That brings Ryan down to 2 command points. So now we're going to go over to the other Dread Knight. So he's going to fire everything into the Lord of Change. So the Flamer. It's 3. Wounds on its Strength 6, so your Toughness 7, right? Mm-hmm. So 5s. Got 1 wound at -1.
You're up and vulnerable. You're good.
And then the Heavy Psy Cannon. Hitting on 3s because I moved. Re-rolling 1s. And then wounding on 4s. So you got 3 more 3-up saves to take. So you take 4 damage. The Lord of Change is now at 9 wounds. So So it looks like that's it for the shooting phase. So now we're going to go into Chargy McCharge time. We're going to have the non-warlord attempt to charge the cultists and the Lord of Change. Right, so we did the Overwatch off camera. The cultists all fired and they didn't even get a single hit. So now I'm going to attempt to charge with my Dread Knight that's not the warlord. Needing a 9. Whoops, that was a drop die, so I'll re-roll that. So it's a 5, but I re-roll because of my warlord trait, which is first to the fray. And it's a 4, so it doesn't go off. So now I'm going to attempt to charge the warlord into that guy, whatever he's called again, the Lord of Change, and the cultists. So Overwatch again. Nothing. Alright, needing a 9-inch charge. There we go. My better judgment, those 3 strike squads are going to try to charge those Rubric Marines. So you got your Overwatch.
Okay. So, 4 shots with the Soul Reaper cannon.
1 hit.
1 hit, okay.
Wounds on 3.
Wounds on 3. There's a wound.
I got a 5-up invul. Or, yeah, I believe. Well, I know a 3 won't make it, so at least 1 dies. I'll kill the flamer.
And bolters. Warp flame bolters. Rerolling the 1s because of Armon. Nothing.
Okay. And then here's where I messed up. I should have charged them first and then the warlord, because now the warlord's outside of the 6-inch bubble, so they're not going to get the rerolls anymore. So I need this right off the hop. Looking for 9 inches. Nope. I could reroll that too, but it's a 1 in 3 chance, and to be honest, I don't think it's that big of a deal. So we'll keep it at that. So moving into the fight phase, I'm going to pile in this guy. So now he drags in your cultists in the combat, and he's still in combat with Big Boy. So the warlord attacking your stupid bird guy. He gets 5 attacks. He hits on 2s and rerolls 1s. And then he's strength, I believe, 10. So I wound you on 3s, but I reroll because you're a demon, and we really hate those demons. So you got 3 3-up invulnerables.
Okay, here we go.
Failed 1. So you take D6. 5.
Ow.
So that brings the Birdman down to 4. And now it's time for Chaos to attack back. I have no other charging units.
Alright, so Big Bird has got 3 attacks and he hits on 2s.
Still, even with being on 4 wounds?
Yep.
Okay.
So they all hit.
Yep.
And his weapon is Strength User. So Strength 6, but he gives him +1 strength, so Strength 7.
So you wound on 3s. 1
okay.
wound.
1 wound and it is -2 AP.
3-up invulnerable. Okay, it's gone. And I'm good. And then you get your cultists to swing back if you would like to pile in and try.
I won't pile in, I will just attack with the 3 of them. So we have...
I think 2 at most. This one right here, unless you shuffle him forward, he looks more than an inch.
With...
Okay, so 2. Oh, you get an extra attack because one of them that's in range has a close combat thingy.
Right, so 2 hits.
Yep, and then 6s.
Nothing.
Nothing. So I guess we're going into morale. I owe you a morale over here on this buddy. He's leadership 8, so please don't roll a 5 or 6. But I have and they shall know no fear. And he's gone.
I guess they do no fear.
So that was unfortunate. That guy got scared and ran away. Yeah, just, I don't know. Shit happens. Dice game. Then I have these guys. They lost 3. So as long as it's not a 6, I'm good. You lost how many rubric?
4.
Okay, so you got a leadership of 8, I would assume?
Yeah.
So don't roll a 5 or 6. And it's off the table.
They're good 4.
Okay, so you're good. And that's it. So I guess we're going into Chaos, turn 1. And this is what the field looks like after the Chaos movement phase. So some Zangors popped in over here with an Exalted Sorcerer right there. A Demon Prince without wings, I'm assuming, is right there next to that guy. And that's about it. These guys jumped out of combat, obviously, because they want to shoot at my guy or do other stuff to him. The Hellbrutes moved to get around to be able to see stuff since they were hiding. And that's it. So I guess we're going into Psychic phase. Where are we going to start?
We'll start with the Demon Prince. He's gonna smite the Dread Knight.
Okay.
Goes up.
On a 6. Dread Knight is going to try to stop this, so I need a 6 because of my +1. I got it.
Rubrics are gonna cast Glamour of Tzeentch upon themselves.
Can they actually take spells now?
Only stuff from the
From one of the specific disciplines? Okay.
discipline change or something. It's only 3
Perils.
spells.
So that's a cock die. Okay, so you got it off on a 9. What does the glamours of whatever do?
That makes them -1 to hit.
How many more spells you got to cast?
Ahriman has got 3. He's got 1. This guy's got 2.
Well, and then you got that guy
And
over
he's
there.
got a couple.
So it makes them -1 to hit. These guys can deny 1, and these guys can deny 2. So I already used 1, so I have 3 more that I can deny. I'm gonna let that go through.
Exalted Sorcerer back there, he's gonna do Diabolic Strength on the Zangors.
Okay. It needs a 6, so that won't go off.
I'm not gonna command point that.
Okay, moving on to the next spell.
He's gonna Warp Time the Zangors. That goes off.
So I would need to roll an 11 to deny that. I'll allow that one. Sure, take it. So you get to move your Zangors. So the Zangors ended their warp time movement right there. So I have a feeling that my Warlord's getting charged by a couple things this turn.
Just a couple. Alright, Ahriman next is gonna do Death Hex on your Warlord. So I need an 8. Well, 7 because he gets the +1. I can't spend a command point. I gotta save that. He's gonna do Prescience on the Rubrics.
Okay.
That one goes off.
How many more spells you got left?
He's got 1 more. He's got 1 more. He's got 2.
I'm gonna try a deny. I still got 3 denies. So you got it off on a 8, I believe? Or does he have plus anything?
He has a +1.
Okay, so it's on an 8. So I need an 8 to deny this. I deny it.
His last spell will be Weaver of Fates. I'm gonna put that on the rubrics.
Okay.
No, I'm not. He's gonna smite,
Okay.
which I'm guessing will be the.
No, it's probably that guy actually.
So it'll be the Grandmaster.
Okay, so smite. Goes off on a 6. Gonna try a deny. And I deny.
I got it off on a 7 because the +1.
Oh yeah. How many command points I got left? I got 3 command points left. What are the other spells you have left to cast?
I've got Treason of Tzeentch, more smites.
What does Treason of Tzeentch do?
I select one of your dudes and he shoots at one of your dudes.
Okay, I'll allow this to go through.
Okay. So D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
For 2.
So my guy just got smited. He's down to 10 wounds.
Alright. Lord of Change is going to do Bolt of Change, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm going to do it on the Grandmaster, I guess.
Okay.
So I need an 8 to get that off.
Nope, not happening.
Alright, next he's going to do Infernal Gateway. I need an 8.
Nope.
No. Oh, come on. Alright, and then lastly, the Change Caster is going to do. If you can only do one spell, you can. I'm going to do Treason of Tzeentch on the Grandmaster.
You already tried that, didn't you? Oh no, you haven't tried that yet.
So that one needs an 8. Nope, not come. Alright, that's it for Psychic.
Alright, so shooting, where are we going?
Let's start with this Dreadnought here. For
Okay,
Hellbrute.
shooting that.
I'm going to put all my shots into the Hand Raider.
Okay.
So 2 las cannons.
Hitting on 4s because you moved.
Yeah. So
Nothing. Missile launcher on a 4 because you moved.
There we go. That's
Hits,
one
you
hit.
wound on a 4.
That's a wound.
And it's -2.
Yeah.
So I got a 4 up. I'm okay.
This Dreadnought here is going to shoot into the Grandmaster.
Okay.
So las cannons,
4s, nothing. Missile launcher.
missile launcher, hits,
Wounds on 3.
wounds.
I have a 3 up and vulnerable. This is D6 damage. I'm gonna command point this. I'm okay.
Rubric Marines are going to shoot into. I'm going to do a flamer at these guys, and then everything else into this Grandmaster.
So from the rubrics?
Yeah.
Okay.
So flamer into these guys first.
Okay.
2 shots.
Okay.
wounding on 4s. 1 wound. And -2 8.
So 5 up invul. Nope, 1 dice.
Then,
So 1 dude left standing from that squad. Then the rest of the shots going into my warlord.
Yep, so the Soul Reaper cannon. Hitting on 2s because I did prescience them, right?
I believe so.
And rerolling the 1s because of Armon. So 4 hits.
Okay.
Strength 5, so wounding on 5s. 1, -3.
3 up invul. It's cocked. And so I take 1 damage.
And then Infernal Bolt Guns. Rerolling the 1s. So they all hit.
Then you 5's a wound. So why are you rerolling 1s?
Because of Armon.
So it looks like you got 1 wound.
Yep.
3 up. I'm okay.
No, he's gonna shoot his pistol down at that last.
Aramon's pistol going into the last strike squad.
So he hits on 2s. Then rerolls 1 for himself.
Okay.
It didn't matter.
My wound's out of 4.
Yep.
I'm gonna need you to roll a 3 or less here.
There we go.
So I need a, I'm assuming this is Inferno 2, so it's
Yeah.
-2, so 5 up. He dies.
That's it for shooting. So now into combat.
Okay, where are we starting?
Let's start with the demon. It's going to charge your Grandmaster.
Overwatch! So I have the Flamer. 5. Strength 6, so it wounds you on 4s. Yep, it's only strength 6, so only these 3 actually wounded. So you have 3 -1s, so 3 4-ups, I guess.
Yep. 2 other.
So you take 4 damage. That puts the Demon Prince down to 4 wounds. And then I got 6 with the heavy side cannon. Got 2 hits. Wound you on 3s. So you got 2 4-ups again.
Okay. 2 4-ups.
You're good. Alright, now make your charge. No.
That won't do.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Change Caster is going to charge your Grandmaster.
Overwatch. I got the Flamer. For 6 hits. What's the toughness on that guy?
Toughness 3.
So I wound you on 2s. You got 6 wounds at -1.
4 up, demon save. He takes 2.
So you
Or
take
4.
4 damage.
Might be enough to kill him. I mean, enough to kill him.
Alright. So in Overwatch, the heavy incinerator putting in some work and killed the whatever that guy was called
Change
again.
caster.
The Change Caster. He just got melted by the heavy incinerator. So where are we going now?
Let's do the... I hate to do this, but Zangor into your Grandmaster.
Overwatch for the heavy incinerator. It's 1. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Wound you on, are they toughness 4 or 3?
Toughness 4.
So on 3s, you got it -1. Armor save?
Leech save. Invulnerable save.
Okay. So 1 dice. Alright, and then the heavy side cannon. Got 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. You got 2 wounds at -1.
5 up.
2 more dead.
Alright, so then I need about a 2-inch charge.
Yeah, probably. Hey, look, you're in.
Yeah, there we go.
8 inches. And then the cultist can't charge, and the Lord of Change can't charge because they left combat.
Yep.
Are the rubrics charging anything?
No, they're gonna stay still.
So I'm assuming we're moving into fighting now?
Indeed.
Okay, so your Zangors attack first.
Yep.
How many attacks they got? I'm assuming 1 each plus 1 for the weapons.
The captain guy
Has 2.
attacks.
Okay. Okay, so here's all the Zangors attacks. Hitting on 4s?
Hitting on 3s.
Okay.
Okay. So only 2 misses. That's not bad.
Strength 4, I assume?
Yep, strength
So
4.
on 5s.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 -1s.
I have 6 3-up armor or invuls. Oh my Jesus! I take 4. So then I attack back. I only get 4 attacks now because you put me down in my next bracket. I hit you on 2s. All of them hit, and I wound you on 2s. You got 4 of your saves.
5 ups.
So 4 dead. Alright, so now that's going to be the end of your turn. So let's go into morale. So these guys lost a bunch. You started with how many?
And they lost 1, 2.
They lost 7. What's their leadership?
Leadership is 6.
Okay, so if you roll a 1, you're good. If you roll anything else, you're losing guys. You lose 2 guys. And that's going to be it for the end of your turn, since you shot at these guys and they're gone now. And that's it. So let's go into the scoring for round 1. So here's the scoring at the end of turn 1. I have 4 points because I got a bunch for Kingslayer. I did not kill anything in my turn though, and I did not stay on an objective because the only guy that was on an objective over there, he ran away scared. Then when we go into Ryan's turn, he actually, I just realized something. Ryan has 7 points to my 4 because he got a kill for killing something, which means he killed more than me, so he gets 1 point for killing something, plus 1 for killing more than me. He is on an objective, plus he's on more than me, so he gets another 2 for that one. He has 2 points from Kingslayer for doing at least 6 damage to my Warlord. He does get 1 point for Old School for the first strike part of Old School because he did kill this unit of Strike Squad right here. And he doesn't get anything for Big Game Hunter. So at the end of Battle Round 1, it is 4 for the Grey Knights for 7 for Chaos. So let's go into Grey Knights turn 2. So this is the end of the movement phase for the Grey Knights. The Terminators hopped out and moved up. So now they're really close to that Hellbrute and the Rubrics. Strike Squad did the same thing, but they moved in such a way so that they can shoot pretty much anything they need to, depending on if I kill the Rubrics or not. Land Raider moved up over here to give himself many different targets to shoot at, the Cultists, whatever, just depending on what I kill, I need other stuff to shoot at, so made sure to put myself in range of basically everything I could possibly want to kill. So now, let's go into the Psychic phase. Gonna have the Warlord over here cast Smite. Goes off on a 8.
Deny that with my Rubrics.
Okay. You deny it. He's then going to give himself a +1 in ball. Goes off on a 9.
I'll deny that with Armon. I need an 8. There we go.
And you deny it. These guys over here, the Terminators, they're going to cast Hammerhand. Goes off on an 8.
Deny with Armon again.
Can you please stop denying everything I do? Alright, we're going to go over to the Strike Squad and we're going to cast Smite. And it's a Perils, but it does go off. So would you like to try a deny?
Yeah, why not? With Armon again, obviously.
So it doesn't deny. So I lose D3 mortal wounds. I lose 3. So far my Strike Squads have killed themselves more than Ryan has killed them. But the Smite did go off, and I'm going to choose for it to go off on that model, so that means that guy dies right there. So now my Grandmaster is free! That was the whole intention, that's why I didn't move him. But I could have got screwed so hard if that thing lived. But luckily, you denied everything except for the one that mattered the most, in my opinion. So, yeah, which is why I didn't even want to re-roll the Perils, because I wanted to ensure that it went off. And I was confident you weren't going to spend the command point to have me kill my whole squad again, because you want to use your points to bring that guy back from the dead when he dies to a Grey Knight. And here's another reason, guys, why I should mention, my list and also Ryan's list aren't necessarily like full-on competitive lists. I would not bring this to a tournament. I would bring some of it though, but instead I would bring Astra Militarum for certain counters. Because like, for example, when a demon dies to a Grey Knight, he can spend 2 command points to bring it back on full wounds. So that means I would have to fight this thing all over again. Now imagine if I had some Astra Militarum in here and I had some Basilisks hiding in the back corner. Those Basilisks could easily finish off the last 4 wounds and he would not get his guy back. But because I have pure Grey Knights, I have no other options than to either let him live or kill him and fight him again. So we'll see what I decide to do with that. So now we have this guy over here. He's going to do some psychic spells. He's going to cast Smite, which goes off on an 8.
I will deny with my Demon Prince.
And Demon Prince doesn't deny. 1 wound on your Demon Prince because you take 3 mortal wounds because of Rites of Banishment. And then I would do Vortex of Doom, but I messed up and I went a little too close and I'll hit myself. So instead, we're just going to move on to Shooting Phase. So in Shooting Phase, I'm going to spend 1 command point on these guys to give them +1 strength and -1 AP on their storm bolters. And then I'm going to fire into the Rubric Marines. Alright, so I have 20 rapid fire shots going into those guys. So I hit you on 3s.
4s.
Oh yeah, 4s because you're -1 because of your spell. And then I wound you on 3s. Because it's now strength 5 because of the Cybolt ammunition stratagem. So it looks like you got 6 3-up saves. Because -1, but then you get +1 because of all his dusts. So I killed 3. Then I'm gonna have this squad fire into them as well. So the flamer first. 5. And then I wound you on 3s. Okay, so you got 1, 2, or no, 3-up because -1 then +1. You're good. Then rapid fire shots coming from the other guy. Only got 1 hit because of the -1 and no wound. The heavy melta, or multi-melta, is going to fire into Hellbrute number 1. The hurricane bolters are going to fire into the cultists, and the assault cannon is going to go into your Rubric Marines. So Melta first into the Hellbrute. It hits. It wounds. -4, you don't get a save. D6. 5. So you're down to 3. Then the assault cannon into the Rubric Marines, hitting on 4s but re-rolling 1s. And then wounding on 3s. So you got 4 3-up saves. They're good. Alright, and now the Hurricane Bolters rapid firing into those guys. I only have some of the dice in my hands because there's a lot of dice to pick up, so here's the rest. So I hit on 3s, re-rolling 1s. And I re-roll 1s because of the Grandmaster right there. Giving me an extra hit. Then I wound you on 3s. So you have 8 6-up saves. 7 die. That's all the shooting from the Land Raider. So now let's go into the Warlord, who is going to do his Flamer on the Hellbrute. And the Heavy Psy Cannon is going to go into the Rubric Marines. So the Heavy Incinerator is going to get 4. It's strength 6 against toughness 7, so it needs 5s. And I got 1 at -1, so you have a 4-up save. You're good. Heavy Psy Cannon. I should have did this the other way around in hindsight, but whatever. Oh, I reroll 1s though. I am not rolling at all this game. So I got 2 hits because he normally hits on a 2 and then -1 because of your things. And then I wound you on 3s. You got 1 -1. So you don't get your +1, so you're actually at a 4-up now. You're okay. Okay, so this guy is going to shoot his Flamer into the Demon Prince. He's then going to shoot his Heavy Psy Cannon into Big Bird. So the Heavy Psy Cannon hitting on 3s because he moved, but re-rolling 1s. And then wounding on 4s because you're toughness 7. You got 3 wounds at -1.
3 up invulnerables.
And that 3-up invulnerable is because of a relic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 2 damage.
Okay, he's down to 2.
And then the Heavy Incinerator on the Demon Prince gets 1. I wound you on a 4. No wound. Alright, so now it's Chargy McCharge time. This guy is going to charge your Demon Prince. You don't have a Warp Bolter on it, did you?
I don't
Okay,
know.
so boop, he's in. Then we're going to have the Terminators charge your Rubrics, Ahriman, and your Hellbrute.
Okay, let's start with the Hellbrute. So last cannons.
Okay. Nope.
Re-roll the 1s because of Ahriman. There we go.
Okay, wounding on a 2. Nope.
Okay, missile launcher. I'm gonna do frag. That's D6.
Okay. So you got 3. Nope. Nope.
Alright, Ahriman's got his pistol.
Okay.
Nope. Warp Flamer I will do last. So Soul Reaper Cannon.
Okay.
4 shots.
Nope.
There
No.
we
Oh,
go.
yep.
Got 1 hit.
Wounding on a 3.
Moving on to 3.
And it's gone.
There we go. -3.
Okay, so I have a 5-up. Can't see it. It's a 1, so I take a damage.
Infernal Bolt Pistol from the Sorcerer guy.
Okay.
Nope. And then the Warp Flamer. Give me a 6. 3.
Then you wound on 4s.
Well.
This is -2, so 4 up. I take another damage. You killed one. So this is hoping I get into Armin because I would really love to kill that guy. With 3 inches, I don't think that's happening. So we're gonna have this guy pile in over here. This one go right there. This guy's gonna go right there. And this one's gonna go right there. And that should put me out of your 3-inch heroic intervention.
Yep.
And then these guys over here, they're gonna attempt to charge both of them and Aramon again.
Okay, Aramon's gonna shoot with his pistol.
Nope. Charge with 5. I don't think I'm getting into Aramon, but I will get into these guys. Alright, so let's start with combat. We have this guy going full strength into the Demon Prince, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And then wounding on 3s, rerolling because you're a demon. So you got 4 -4 saves, so 4 demon saves.
4 ups.
You're dead.
Yep.
Killed the Demon Prince. And then consolidation. So we move slightly over. Would you like to pay your 2 points to interrupt?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. So then we're gonna have the Terminators attack next. I'm gonna get 6 attacks against this guy and 3 against your Hellbrute. So the 6 attacks against the rubrics, they hit you on 3s. So they all hit?
4s because of the glamour extinction.
So 3 hit, and then so I wound you on, well, 3s anyways because I'm +1 strength. So 1 wound at -2.
Okay, so 5 up.
Yep. Nope, so I killed the guy. And then 3 attacks going into the Hellbrute, hitting on that. Wounding on, strength 5, so I'm 5s. You got 3 wounds.
5 ups.
So make 1, so you take 2d3. You take 3 wounds. So Hellbrute is down to 5. We're then going to attack with these guys. So the guy with the halberd, rerolling 1s because I should be within 6 of the other guy. Missed anyways. Guy with a regular close combat weapon, rerolling 1s. Nothing. Nothing. I've been rolling garbage all game. All right, so I guess it's your attacks back. Go.
All right, I start with the Dreadnought, I guess, or the Halberd. 4 attacks. You're rolling 1. Arm mini magnets. I got 3 hits.
Should be 3 wounds. 3 2-ups. I'm okay.
So the guy with the Sword Cannon, he gets 1 attack. Misses. Nope, hits because he still has his prescience on. That's a wound, I believe.
Okay. 3 up. I'm okay.
Alright, and then the Sorcerer, he has 2 attacks with his Horse's Stave. Hitting on 2s. Both hit.
Wounding on 4s.
Strength 4 plus 2s. Wounding on 3s.
1 wound.
1 wound. Yep. -1.
4 up. I lose a guy. Then we go into morale. So I owe you a morale again because his own squad basically killed himself. Please don't roll a 5 or 6. I'm okay. You got these guys over here. They lost 7. Their leadership's 6. So already 1's running away. How many extra? So 4 are running away now. So you got 1 guy left.
The Rubric squad, they lost 4.
Okay, and their leadership 8.
Yeah.
So you lose 2.
They shall know no fear.
They don't have and they shall know no fear.
I wish.
Yeah, and that's it for morale. So I guess we're going into Thousand Suns turn. This would look like, I would say this is a victory for Grey Knights, but he still can bring that guy back from the dead, which means I think this is still anybody's game. So going into Chaos Demons, Thousand Suns, turn 2. So this is what the board looks like after Chaos's movement. This Exalted Sorcerer, or just regular Sorcerer?
Exalted.
The Exalted Sorcerer, it moved up from around there to challenge Big Boy. We had the Changeling fly around the building to hide from stuff, but also still be in range with his spells. We have the Hellbrute that's right there, still on 3 wounds. Armon just moved over a little bit to make him farther away from the Terminators so they can't charge him as easily. Hellbrute backed up out of combat. And that's it. So now let's go into Psychic phase. Where are we going?
Alright, let's start off with the Exalted Sorcerer. He's gonna do...
So this Exalted Sorcerer?
Yeah, he's gonna use Diabolic Strength on himself.
Okay.
And that goes off.
Okay, I'll allow this to go through. You get your Diabolic Strength.
Okay, so that's +1 strength, +1 attack.
Okay.
Then you're gonna smite the Grandmaster.
Okay. You perils.
Okay.
Would you like to reroll that, or are you keeping it?
Keeping it.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to deny. I'm needing double sixes. Nope. That was with this guy that I attempted to deny.
So I'll do your wounds first, so D6. Oh, come on.
So just one. And then D3 to yourself. Take 2.
Okay.
So after that smite, my Nemesis Grandmaster only lost a wound, and the Sorcerer himself lost 2. So where are we going now? Armon or Big Bird?
Let's do Big Bird.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Infernal Gateway, so I need an 8.
Okay. No.
Okay, and then he's gonna do Bolt of Change.
Okay.
No, he's gonna do Smite on the Grandmaster.
It goes off on an 11. Gonna try to deny, needing an 11. Oh! So, this is D6, right?
Correct. Good kill.
That's unfortunate as crap. I'm gonna allow you to go through with it. So, D6 mortal wounds on my guy.
Come on. Give me a 5 or 6, please.
Got a 1. The dice gods are finally having mercy on me. So 4. And if you guys are wondering why he doesn't command point these, it's because he really wants to keep those 2 points to bring back Big Bird. So that's why he's not using them on anything else. So he's down to 4 wounds. You did put him in his final bracket, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check, it might be at 3 wounds, but yeah, we'll make sure.
So lastly, we got Armon. So Death Hex on your Grandmaster.
Okay.
Needing an 8.
You
With
got in
+1.
So you got a 9. So I need a 9 to stop this because I get +1. There we go.
Okay.
Finally, the dice gods. Zinch is finally on my side. The Weaver of Fates.
That's heresy.
That's heresy.
Alright, Armon's gonna do Weaver of Fates on himself. Needing a 6. Got it with an 8.
Gonna attempt to deny again with a +1 to this. And I deny it.
And then we're gonna do Prescience on
Prescience on the Hellbrute. Does not go off. Oh wait, it goes off on a 7,
yep.
And you get a +1, right?
Actually, I got it.
So it goes off. I'm gonna try to deny again, needing a 7. Deny! Shooting!
He's gonna fire his pistol into the Grandmaster.
Okay.
Hitting on a 3. Hits. Wounds on a 5. Wounds.
And this is -2?
Correct.
So I didn't get my 3-up invul because you denied it, right?
Yep.
So 4-up. I'm okay.
Okay. Armon's gonna pistol this guy with his little finger.
With it because he's pointing his finger and you can see him.
Hits.
Hits, wounds on a 4.
Oh, come on. Alright.
Spend that command point, bro.
No,
do it.
Not
Spend
gonna
it.
Do it. Not gonna do it. This guy is gonna put all his shots into the Grandmaster.
Alright, I'm gonna jink. That's 7th edition.
You got a 4-up invulnerable, right?
Yes, I have a 4-up because I did not give myself the extra +1 from the stratagem, and you denied my spell that gives me a +1.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 last cannons at this guy.
Okay.
Missile launcher at the... No, I'm gonna just put everything in.
Put everything in the big boy? Okay.
Here we go. So 1 hit.
1 hit for the last cannon.
1 wound.
I have a 4-up. Which I fail. Wait. This is D6. I'm gonna command point this. Still fail it. Alright, D6 damage. 5. So you do kill him.
I knew I should have put that missile launcher somewhere else.
I'm gonna spend my last command point. And I'm gonna allow him to fire all of his weapons before he dies.
Oh no. Okay.
Alright, so we did it off camera. But my character ended up shooting because of the stratagem only in death does duty end, which means a character can then shoot or attack as if they just wanted to. So he ended up shooting everything at that Hellbrute and did kill it before he died. So, yep, now this guy's gone. He does not blow up either. Alright, so let's finish your shooting phase. What else is going to happen?
I don't think I have much left.
No, actually that's it, because this guy left combat.
Yep.
Okay, so assault phase. Are you doing any assaults?
Yes, I am.
Okay, who's charging what?
It's really, really, really stupid.
But that guy's going to charge that guy? Okay, Flamer! 4. I keep saying Flamer, but it's a Incinerator or Heavy Incinerator, just so you guys know and you don't call me out on it. Wound you on 3s. So you got 3 wounds at -1, so 3 4-up saves. Oops. Take 2 damage. Down to 1.
Down to 1.
Then I get my Heavy Psy Cannon. I hit you on 6s, rerolling 1s. Give me a 6. Nothing. Alright, make your charge.
Probably need like a 4 or something.
Yeah, you should be in.
Should do it.
I don't even see the other dice,
It's
but
a
with that
5.
3, yeah, you should be good.
I'll just put it there.
I'm assuming that's your only charge?
That is my only charge.
Alright, you get your 3 attacks. I think it's 3.
I'm going to throw arm on into this guy down here.
Okay, I'm going to shoot.
Shoot my little finger.
Because I can see your finger. There's no more Grandmaster. Allow me to reroll, so charge.
5 and a 6.
So you should, that's 11 inches.
And that'll do it.
Okay, so he's getting in with that guy. And okay, where are we starting?
I'll start with the... How many command points do you have left? 0? Okay. Start with the Exalted Sorcerer.
Alright, Exalted Sorcerer. You get, I think, 3 attacks? Or 2?
4 attacks.
Okay, I was wrong on both.
+1 for Diabolic Strength.
Okay.
So he is hitting on 2s. And they all hit.
Okay.
And then he is Strength 4 +2, so Strength 6.
So you wound on 4s.
I can do math. You got 3 at -1.
3 3-ups. I'm okay. Then you have Armon attacking little guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to roll a bunch of 1s here, please.
Oh, I will.
Oh, I will.
So he's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, re-rolling the 1s.
Sweet. It's a good,
3.
kind of good start.
Strength 4 +2, like the
So
other guy.
3s.
So 2 wounds at -1.
Alright, so I got 2 4-ups. Let's do it one at a time. Oh, do I live? I live!
Come on.
Alright, so now I get to attack back. Let's start with little guy over here against Armon. Got 2 attacks. He hits you on 3s. Wounds you on 3s. You got 1 at -2. So you have your 5-up invul.
It would be...
Or no, he has a 4-up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4-up invul. You take D3. Take 3 damage.
Okay. Puts him down to 3.
Okay, that was good. Alright, and then over here we're gonna have Big Grandmaster. Smack your guy that has 1 wound left. He hits on 2s, rerolling 1s. Then wounds on 2s. You got 4 wounds at -4.
So I'll take the invul.
And he's dead. Then I will use my 3-inch to go over there. And that's the end of your turn, right?
Right.
So we don't have any morale to take. There's not much left on the field. I really like these 1,500 point games because they go really bloody and go really fast. We're only in what, turn 2? Turn 3?
Yep, start turn 3.
Okay, so yeah. Now I guess we're going to go into the scoring. Oh no, this is only turn 2. Because we haven't done scoring for other rounds. This is just turn 2, bro.
Yep, great.
Okay, so yeah, turn 2 going into scoring. Alright, so after turn 2, it's going to be 9 for the Grey Knights to 13 for the Thousand Suns Chaos. That's because Ryan killed something. He is on an objective with that cultist way over there. He finally maxed out Kingslayer by killing my Warlord, which gave him 1 for Old School for killing the Warlord, and 1 for Big Game Hunter. So he's now at 13, and I got a bonus for killing something because I killed more than him. I'm on an objective, plus I get the bonus for the mission because I'm holding his priority objective because I have objective secured. And then I got 1 for Headhunter for killing that character that was very bold and brave and tried to fight the Grandmaster. So that's it. So it's 9 to 13 going into turn 3. That's what the board looks like after the movement of the Grey Knights. The Grandmaster Dread Knight moved up a little bit. The Land Raider moved up a lot, making sure that Armon is the closest. so he can shoot at Armon if needed. These guys moved in such a way so that they can charge Armon if they need to, or charge the Hellbrute in case Armon dies to shooting, and they can just hold up the Hellbrute. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So let's go into some psychic stuff. So I'm gonna try to give Hammer Hand to my Terminators. Goes off on an 8.
I will deny with Armon.
Okay.
So I need an 8.
You do not, so they get Hammer Hand. Then we're gonna have the Grandmaster. He's going to attempt to smite Armon. Does not go off. And then he could, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this guy that left combat ran inside the Land Raider. So I'm trying to deny kill points at this point because Ryan is in the lead. So I'm gonna try to claw my way back into this. Even though I've got more models, he's still in the lead, so I gotta do some stuff about that. And I could cast Vortex of Doom on this guy, but then if I do, it's going on Armon, and then it's gonna hit my own Terminators. So I'd rather just skip that and go right into shooting. So shooting. We're gonna do a Multi-Melta and the Twin Assault Cannon into Armon. We're gonna do the 2 Hurricane Bolters into that 1 cultist. So the Multi-Melta hits. Wounds, you have your Invul, which is a 4-up.
4-up.
And you make it. And then the Assault Cannon. Rerolling 1s because my guy is still around. Get rid of these 2s. So all those hit. I wound Armon on 3s. Whoops, that's a drop die. So you have 7 4-up saves. 7 4-ups. Can we kill him here? We kill him.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. And he's not your Warlord, right? It is
Correct.
the bird?
It's the bird.
Okay. So then the Hurricane Bolters into that guy. Right, so we did the shooting for that off camera, and it just annihilated that cultist. He is now no longer part of this world. The 3 Terminators that could see the Hellbrute fired at it and got did 3 wounds, but the Hellbrute made 3 saves. So now let's go into chargey time. We're gonna have the Terminators charge your Hellbrute.
Okay. Las cannons
and missile launcher. Okay. Missile launcher.
Missile launcher hits.
Okay.
Wounds on a 2. There you go.
So it's 4-up save. I fail it. D6. Don't roll a 1.
There you go. That's enough.
So I took the guy over there, so I'm not holding the objective. But after I charge, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna move my guys. Oh yeah, I'm definitely. So I moved my guys in such a way that if they don't kill this thing, they're still in combat with it, and all of them can hit, but they're still within 3 inches of an objective you can't really see because it's so dark. But trust me, it's there. So they are going to swing at this guy. They hit on 3s. Missing 2.
There's another miss in there.
Missing 3. Then they have Hammer Hand, so normally they'd be wounding on 5s, but now they wound on 4s because of Hammer Hand. Got 2 wounds. 2 at -2.
5 ups. 1 goes.
E3 damage, so I can't kill you. I can do 2 though.
Puts me down to 3.
Yeah, and then you attack back.
So 3 hits. And 3 wounds.
2 ups. So I lose a wound. Alright, so that's gonna be end of my turn. And if you guys are wondering why this guy didn't shoot at anything, it's because I'm gonna finally let known my strategy that I've been keeping secret from Ryan, so he didn't know what I was trying to do. I'm trying to let that thing live. I don't want it coming back at full strength, so I'm killing everything else and then just gonna sit here and stock up on points while that thing tries to claw back into the game. So yeah, so far strategy's worked. And so now we're going into Ryan's turn 3. So we're done the movement phase for Thousand Suns or Tzeentch Demons or Chaos, whatever you want to look at it. Big Bird moved up a little bit, and the Hellbrute just walked out of combat. So now I guess we're going in the Psychic, because that's all you got left is these 2 units.
Alright, so let's start with the only guy who can do Psychic stuff.
Okay.
First off, we're going to do Infernal Gateway. It has to be on the Land Raider.
Because it's the closest. Okay.
Need an 8.
Nope.
No, didn't get it. Darn. I wanted that to go off real bad.
Okay, and then what?
Then we shall do Bolt of... No, we're going to do Smite.
Okay, which will be on the Land Raider again.
That goes off.
Okay. You only got 2 more spells. This and 1 more, right?
This was the last one.
Okay, so I'm going to try to deny this. And I did not deny. So it's D3?
3 wounds.
Okay, so I'm at 13. Land Raider's down to 13 wounds, and that's it for your Psychic phase, right?
Correct.
Okay, so shooting, which you can't do because that guy left. So charging.
Big Bird is going to charge this guy and that guy.
Okay, Overwatch. So I got my Flamer for 1. Wounds, -1. So you got your 3 up invul.
3 up.
You take 2 damage, you die.
He's dead.
Would you like to spend 2 command points?
Indeed.
Okay, so he's going to spend 2 command points and bring him back on his next turn. And that's it for your turn.
That's it.
Okay, so let's move into the scoring. Right, so scoring after turn 3. It looks like Grey Knights massively pulled ahead, and they're now at 18 to Chaos's 13. Reason being, Ryan didn't score anything on turn 3. But Grey Knights, myself, we ended up maxing out on Headhunter. I counted the characters I've killed over the game, and I just gave them all to myself on turn 3 because I did kill them throughout the game. So that's maxed out. Kingslayer is maxed out, and I now have Slay the Warlord for Old School. Then I am on his primary objective, so I get that bonus. I'm on more objectives than him, so I get that bonus, and I killed more units than him, so I get that bonus. So going into turn 4 for Grey Knights. So we did it off camera, but that's my movement. Everything just kind of shuffled around a little bit so they could see the Hellbrute. That guy could see him because his sword's poking out over the top. That guy, his 1 track on the far side, could see him over there. And then these guys didn't even need to shoot. It was the Land Raider and the Dreadnought that killed it. Or Dread Knight, I should say. So that's going to be the end of my turn. And I'm pretty sure that means now that you're tabled. Because it's only after battle round 1 where you don't have anything on the board where you can still win. So this counts as a tabling. Sorry to say that, but that's how she goes, man. So my strategy worked. I kept your thing alive until I killed everything else. So by the time it would come back in, if that thing was alive, I'm still sure I'd still win this game because I don't think you're going to kill everything that's here. And if you wanted to play Keep Away, I'm way in the lead now. So playing Keep Away isn't going to win you the game. So yeah, I guess that's the game. Good game, Ryan. It was much closer than the other games we've had on this channel so far. And yeah, it was a good game. I actually really enjoyed it. So I guess since this is a new thing and we still have battery time, why don't we do a post game? What would you have done differently?
To be honest, I don't know.
I think what I would have done if I was you is not save those 2 points. And there was times where like you had the D6 mortal wounds you could have re-rolled. Yeah. There was a couple of things that could have been re-rolled that might have made a bigger outcome in the game rather than basically saving your points to let yourself get tabled.
I think 1 or 2 things I could have done better is instead of using the cultists to grab the objective, I should have just used them as a screen for my Big Bird.
Yes. Even on the beginning of the game, you didn't put them around your guy so I could smite them and stuff. Yeah, I would have had them surrounding him, so no matter where I deep struck in at, I couldn't smite your Big Bird right off the top. Yeah. So yeah, the cultists should have been more of a screen. Zangors and everything, I think you did fine, except I might have actually saved the Zangors for charging in after these guys and the other guys got out. They would have been a much better target for your Zangors to go mutilate.
Yeah, and I think if I had kept the Big Bird back and not had him so far up, because he's got a 30-inch smite.
Yeah, just use him as a 30-inch smite guy.
I should have kept him back and just...
Yep, keep him in the back, mortal wounds for days, while everybody else kind of takes all the blunt of the damage. But I almost killed that thing on turn 1, and then just went the whole game with leaving it on like minimum wounds so it couldn't come back and give you advantage. So that just goes to show for people watching, when there's are stratagems like that, they're not as overpowered as you think. There are ways to play around it. So I showed you in this game. Hopefully you guys learned something. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments, if we did anything wrong that you noticed, like again, the deep striking rule with me counting so many units being in the Land Raider as being on the field. If I was wrong with that and there's an FAQ somewhere, please link it in the chat down below and let me know. Because I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. There are some things that I just miss or just didn't read properly, or yeah. So if you did like the battle report, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've already subscribed, don't forget that the channel does have a Patreon. So if you'd like to support us, you can do so on Patreon. Yeah, with that said, hopefully I taught you guys something. Hopefully you enjoyed the battle report, because I enjoyed playing it. And I think, did you enjoy it? Did you have a good game?
Absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy wargaming.